What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dictate the Day. I'm Dick, and as always, I am sincerely hoping that you're taking your day. Ooh, I got a good one for you today. I say that reluctantly because of all the craziness that's going on in the world. But Dick's gonna take his day. So let's get into it, shall we? You know how I like to do it. Let's play some music, let's step into the vibe, and let's talk about it. Because some of these clips, man, God, some of them are breaking my heart, yo. We'll get into it. Let's Oge. All right, that's enough. That's enough. Okay. Today is technically Tuesday the 16th, and I was going to put up a video yesterday, but I was having some issues. And I'll be damned, I just couldn't. I was staring at this camera, waiting to talk about stuff, and I don't know, I couldn't do it. Strangely enough, I couldn't do it. That crazy shit happened in Australia, and for some reason, it affected me in some way. And I'm not trying to bring you down, and I'm trying to get over this. It has just, look, I love Australia. I love the idea of it. I love the people. I love the culture. I talk about it all the time. Some of my subscribers, some of my people in my tribe here at Dictate the Day, they are from Australia. We talk via the comments and through engagement. And I'll tell you, I had this view of Australia as like, I don't know, this is probably from TV, movies, Hollywood and stuff, but as a beautiful, paradise-esque, I know they got a bunch of deserts, but I still think they're beautiful. I just think the people are awesome, wild and crazy cool, And you don't hear about a lot of this happening in Australia. But because I do engage with the subscribers from Australia, I have found out that it's not as hunky-dory as I believed. Especially with their government control. Hey, by the way, I'm probably going to ramble a lot, and I'm going to be real careful with the stuff I put up and the things I say. Remember, entertainment, just my theory. None of this is official. It's one of the reasons I was having an issue putting this up, because there's just such a flood from the media on this stuff, and so much of it is fear-based and political-based, and not to say I don't care about any of that. I just care about the people. I am not going to get emotional during this. That's one of the things I was having issue with yesterday. I just could not get this out without, Okay. Yeah. Horrible things have happened. And I know we've had issues here in the U.S. too. What's crazy, like the Brown University thing, and you name it. It's almost like I've become numb to it here, okay? Which is completely unfortunate. It's just the world we live in, I guess. But all right. I'm going to talk about this a little bit in the beginning, and then we're going to move on, and I'm going to talk about what I normally talk about, the conspiracies, the crazy government cover-ups, you know, the fun stuff that I like to get into, but I'll be damned if this one... All right, the first clip I'm going to show is a clip of the beach there in Australia. And all we're going to hear is what sounds like fireworks in the background, but we know what they were. You know, YouTube can be strict about the stuff they will allow me to show. I have seen other creators put it up, but I've seen enough, and I don't want to continue to traumatize myself or anyone else. I just really feel for my brothers and sisters of Australia, man. Fuck. Yeah. So this one's probably going to be longer than normal because I'm just, you know, I don't edit. And I'm just going to talk about it. Okay. So as we know, Bondi Beach was attacked. And people were taken away. And so this first clip is us seeing it from I guess, a further distance. This way we don't have to really see anything crazy or horrible.
Wat fucking mee zijn?
Okay, that's enough. All right, I'm going to scroll to this next clip. And I'm going to kind of set it up a little bit. But I also want to talk about the Australian gun laws are so strict. It's hard to, from what I understand, I don't know, this is just stuff I've heard. And man, there's so many things. I'm a big fan of firearms. You know, it's not the tool, it's who uses it and whatnot. I just wonder, and this is something I got from somebody yesterday, but like if the gun laws weren't so strict and people were, citizens of Australia were armed, would they have gotten that far in their plan? Would someone have stopped it? I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about. It was supposed to, from what I understand, man, this is, you know, I don't know if any of this is 100% factual because it's media controlled, and we'll get there about that. I've seen some real disturbing stuff, though. For one, that this was a father-son team. I've heard they had attachments. And like I'm saying, I don't know if any of this is true. They had attachments to, you know, the ISIS, the Terrys, that, you know, extremists will say. I don't know if any of that is true, you know. I know I've seen clips of them doing what they did, and that looked pretty legit. That looked like that was real. I mean, you know, because there's theories surrounding it, kind of similar to the theories of the Charlie Kirk assassination. You know, everything from the MK Ultra, the mind control, where these people, you know, somehow sleeper cells or whatever. And then, of course, I heard about the ISIS, whatever, connection. Don't know if that's true. These are just my thoughts, entertainment. But this is what I did see. And this is, I want to say this soon enough in the video and during this moment, because it's kind of, it's boggled my mind. there is a clip, and I didn't want to show it. I just want to talk about it, and then if you know what I'm talking about, answer me in the comments, please. But there's like I don't know if he's famous or whatever, but there's a lawyer that is being interviewed, and he's bloody. He's a bald-headed guy, and he's received what appears to be some trauma, and he's got a head wrap on that goes underneath. And then I've seen clips of like a makeup artist putting that together, and then there's cameras and stuff all around him, like it's like they're planning to make him look like a victim. I don't know what that is. If somebody could explain that to me, thank you. I've been trying to say something for the past few minutes. Then I'm afraid I can't get out without crying. Fuck. Prayers, thoughts, and positive energy to all those affected, especially the people that were there, people that have seen it and it's messing with them, like myself. I love you, Australia. Stay strong. And I'll tell you what emotion this fires up in me the most. And no disrespect or anything, it angers me that this has gone down like this, you know what I mean? You know, I talk about Spanian all the time. He's an Australian guy. He's a YouTuber, super famous. He does travel vlogs and whatnot. But he has this saying, "Who these cunts?" That's exactly how I feel, and man, who those cunts? Okay, all right, enough. Shit. All right, listen to this guy. This is, I don't know if this is his original channel, but this guy's got an interesting idea, and I just want to play this. If this is his original channel, thank you, guy. It looks like coherencelab.arka. I hope this is his original. But check out what he says.
Say this clearly from the start. Mass shootings are not acts of resistance. They are not acts of freedom, and they are not people fighting the system. Anyone who genuinely cares about people does not harm random people. You don't defend society by killing it. You don't protect others by terrorizing them. When someone goes to a beach, a school, or a public space and commits violence, that action is not aimed at fixing anything. It doesn't regulate power, it doesn't challenge authority. It only produces fear. And fear always flows upward, not downward. Now, an important distinction. Not all of these events are coordinated. Many are the result of psychological collapse, isolation, untreated trauma, or social pressure reaching a breaking point. That part is real and documented. But here is the clean pattern people need to understand. Violence like this, regardless of intent, always benefits power structures. Every time fear spreads, populations accept regulations they would otherwise question. Surveillance expands, policing intensifies, and freedoms narrow, not because people demand it, but because they were scared into compliance. That doesn't mean every event is planned. It means the outcome is predictable. And when outcomes are predictable, systems adapt to use them. People often confuse chaos with rebellion, but chaos doesn't threaten power, it justifies it. Real systemic change never looks like random violence. It looks like cooperation, clarity, refusal to dehumanize, and pressure applied where it actually matters. economically, socially, and structurally. So when you see atrocities like this, don't romanticize them. Don't project meaning where there is none. And don't mistake destruction for liberation. Fear doesn't dismantle systems, it stabilizes them. Let me say this clearly from the start.
Shout out that guy. I talked about the subscribers that have been engaging with me and we've been exchanging comments. There's a weird thing going. I shouldn't say weird. This is kind of becoming the norm everywhere. Australia's government is, I don't know the right word to use here. Entertainment. I'm just kidding. But they're getting a little handsy, if you know what I mean. They've taken away social media for teenagers. Like I was talking about, the gun laws. They're working with this digital ID. And I know the message that he was sending, but I just feel like there's this narrative of, and I've mentioned these things before, these horrible things happened, whether planned or not or whatever. Like he was saying, the outcome. The fear, okay, we'll let you police us harder because we don't want this to happen again. I say this, that a problem will get created by the same people who solve it. And what it costs is our freedoms. And I'm usually talking about us over here, the Yanks, but man, I guess it's everywhere. And I knew that. I don't know. All right. Shout out to Australia. Strong Australia. Down under forever. I love you guys. And for those people that comment on my channel from there, hit me up. Let me know you're good. Fuck. All right. We're going to roll. Let's go. Let's Oj. Let's Oj. Next.
How do you know if you're in the middle of a psychological operation?
I would just assume 24/7 that we are.
What are the signs that something is a psychological operation specifically?
So matching narrative is number one. A matching narrative means that I'm hearing pretty much the same messaging from media outlets, celebrity influencers, the most popular pop singers, all saying the same shit on social media. That should terrify you to the deepest part of your core, that none of this is real, or none of this is what it seems like. And those are the first two. Number three is if you're seeing people silenced or ostracized for disagreeing with an idea, just remember in your mind that if an idea requires suppression, it's most likely a psyop. It's being out there and having a big idea and then getting rejected by a large crowd. That's what terrifies human beings. And you can leverage the shit out of that.
How do you know if you're in the middle of a psychological operation?
So that guy right there, if you don't know who that is, this clip is from the Tell Me Why channel on TikTok. I don't know if that's the original podcast that we're seeing there, but that is Chase Hughes. He is a CIA behavioral specialist. And he's got a bunch of stuff out there. He's rather interesting. Shout out to him too. Yeah. I just thought that was kind of apropos. All right. I'm trying to get better energy right now. Thank you for watching, supporting, commenting, everything. Thank you. I can't believe this was so hard for me to do. Let's keep going. Let's Oj, lads. Let's Oj.
I'm sorry, but something is very, very off about this. Watch this. Watch your eyes.
Pastor Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's. At one time...
Okay, I gotta stop this for a minute. This is one of the things that I haven't really touched on a lot because, you know, just like the horrible things that have happened in Australia, I feel like it needs some time or whatnot. I just thought this was so interesting because I'm a big eye contact guy. I like to, when I'm talking to people, you know, read their eyes. They usually tell a lot. But something is going on here with her, and I just couldn't put my finger on it, and that's why I wanted to show a clip. Like, watch what she does with her eyes. Like, I don't know. You know, in the conspiracy world, we talk about reptilians and shapeshifters and all kinds of fun, entertaining stuff. Is it just because her eyes are so blue? Like, what? Watch.
An employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies?
There's something going on
right
there.
Stop.
Like, her personality changed.
That's all I have to say.
She's talking about Candace
I believe
Owens.
Scarface said it best, y'all. The eyes, Chico.
Chico.
They never lie.
The eyes.
Who do you think you are today? The more we learn about this covenant of God.
See, what's got everybody riled up, Miss Kirk, is the fact that this right here is 9/11, you know what I mean? The official story doesn't add up. Keep asking questions, and you're saying it doesn't add up to stop asking questions. That's not what any of us are going to do. There are, you know how many anomalies there are with this, and, you know, and don't get I'm not even going to bring up the Romanian angel situation. Y'all look that up, too, if you really want to learn.
I don't know what the Romanian angel is. I haven't looked into that yet. I've been a little busy. But this is a wife of one of the people lost in 9/11, and she's saying something doesn't add up. The official story doesn't add up. Please look into it. And then Erica Kirk over here is saying the official story doesn't add up. Stop asking questions? That's not how that works.
A few things about what's going on with that situation, yeah.
Now, stop. That's it. That's all I have to say. Stop. The podcaster Candace.
I'm sorry, but
Done. I'm stopping. Yeah, I don't know, man. I showed that because there's something going on right there, bro. I don't know. Okay, let's roll.
Alright, so are aliens extraterrestrial or are they actually demons? Anytime I do a video about alien abduction, this always comes up, so let's talk about it. So abduction stories resemble older accounts of demonic oppression, paralysis, missing time, and voices in the mind that could be telepathic aliens or it could be demonic voices inside your head. And don't get me wrong, pastors, priests, rabbis, and even some Islamic scholars have publicly suggested that alien beings might be jinn or demons or any other spiritual entities described in sacred text. And the argument or reasoning behind this is that they say true extraterrestrials, if created by God, that's the key point here, that they should follow the same moral order as the rest of creation. Which makes zero sense to me because there's some truly evil humans in the world. So why should aliens have to follow that moral code? But the beings described in abduction narratives often behave in ways that are manipulative, invasive, and morally ambitious. And these traits are more consistent with malevolent spiritual forces than the curious scientists from distant worlds. But not every story that you hear about alien encounters or abductions are on the evil side. I personally believe that they're more biological and extraterrestrial. Galaxy after galaxy after galaxy, there's got to be other beings out there. But you have people like Joe Jordan, who is a longtime UFO researcher who began investigating sightings in the early 1990s. And after decades of investigation, Jordan claims to have compiled hundreds of testimonies in which individuals say that abduction episodes stopped abruptly when they invoked the name of Jesus Christ. So he interprets that evidence that these beings are not visitors from other worlds, but demonic or spiritual entities. Even if you look at the Miami Mall incident, I hear more people say that it was demons coming through portals than it was actually aliens from another world. But the debate's going to continue, fueled by centuries of mysterious encounters in a modern world that still doesn't have all the answers. But what do y'all think about this? Is it aliens or is it demons? Or could it be both? And they all just want to play with your butt, apparently. All right, so are aliens...
I talk about I touch on this occasionally because there's people out there that believe, especially now that, you know, they call them interdimensional beings. But I feel like this is just me. Maybe it's both. You know what I mean? I like to keep an open mind on everything, and I have heard those stories where people were supposedly, you know, about to be probed by an alien, or aliens are surrounding their bed in a lucid dream type situation, and then they, you know, they say Jesus Christ or Yahweh or Yeshua or any of those things, and then it stops. So maybe the demons were using the disguise of an alien? Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's so very interesting. In the clips, or I'm sorry, in the comments, it says, does it matter what you call them? Can we first of all prove they exist? Okay, you know, I get that. Because, you know, the government says it's a thing. And we know they never lie. So, I just thought it was interesting. I am interested to know what people think. So if you've made it this far, hit me up. Hit me with a yes or no, alien or demon. Because I have no idea. I don't know, man.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but UFO transparency just took another hit, and it's not being talked about enough. Congress had a chance to force real disclosure through something called the UAP Disclosure Act, and the bill would have created an independent review board. It would have required the government to track and disclose UAP materials, and it would have hopefully stopped evidence from vanishing into secret programs or private contractors. It had bipartisan backing, it had public momentum, and it was supposed to move forward this year. Instead, congressional leadership quietly left it out of the 2026 defense bill and the NDAA, which is now headed for signature. No vote, no debate, no real explanation.
Oh yeah, I've been having technical difficulties all morning, so. And it's weird that it happens on this one.
Even lawmakers who previously pushed hard for disclosure have kind of gone quiet on this. And it wasn't about proving aliens exist. It was about oversight. Who controls the information? Who owns recovered materials? And who decides what the public is allowed to know? And by dropping the bill, Congress effectively said, nothing changes. But public interest in UAPs is growing. More and more credible people are continuing to come forward. Sightings seem to be increasing worldwide. So things are still happening. But if you ask me, here's the real question. If there's nothing to hide, why does transparency keep getting blatantly blocked? Let me know your thoughts.
Shout out Hallucination Hippies. One of my favorites. I didn't hear about this from anyone but him. This is yesterday, the 15th, and I guess we're not going to get any type of... It doesn't really surprise me, though. Look who we're talking about. I just wanted to put that up there just in case anybody else wasn't aware. All right, let's roll. I don't want to make this like a 2-hour-long video. Here we go.
The top is a missing persons map that has a frightening similarity to the bottom map, which is a map of the known cave systems in the United States. Each year...
Once again.
Which is a map of the known cave systems in the...
I do want to pause that there, though. Okay, look at this. Cave systems, all there in the dark areas that you see. And then I know my pause thing is kind of in the way, but look at how perfect of a match it is. I have mentioned this before. I just didn't have a great display, and I thought this was pretty, apropos to the subject matter. Look at that. Crazy.
United States. Each year, over 600,000 people are reported missing in the US. Yet at any given time, there are up to 100,000 active missing person cases involving people who simply vanished with no explanation. The United States alone has more than 45,000 documented caves, with many more believed to be undiscovered. Many unexplained disappearances appear to overlap with these dense underground cave networks. Search and rescue operations rarely prioritize cave systems. Skeptics use this to explain many cases without going any further. Yet others believe there is something more sinister behind all these unexplained disappearances. Many believe these vast underground networks of caverns are perfect for secret military installations, underground transportation routes, home to unknown predators, cryptids, or even feral humans. It's pretty creepy. Either way, missing 411 stories always remind me of the quote at the beginning of Jordan Peele's movie Us that says, "There are thousands of miles of tunnels beneath the continental United States, abandoned subway systems, unused service routes, and deserted mine shafts. Many have no known purpose at all. What's really going on beneath our feet?" The top is a missing persons map that has a frightening...
For real. I mean, if you do any research on like the hollow earth theories, you know, the secret gov bunkers, there's clips of huge semi-trailer trucks pulling into what looks like a, 10-foot concrete door, and they're bringing supplies through mountains. I think it's worthy for you to check out. Entertainment information purposes only. This is a deep rabbit hole. This one will get you. All right, let's go.
Nearly 700 sinkholes are tearing open Turkey's farmland.
You seen this?
And the country's main breadbasket is literally caving in. Close to 684 large sinkholes have been found across the Konya Plain, the region that grows much of Turkey's wheat. And new ones are showing up every year. Scientists blame a dangerous mix of extreme drought, climate change, and decades of heavy groundwater pumping. In the Karapanar district alone, more than 20 new sinkholes opened in the past year, some stretching 100 feet across and plunging hundreds of feet down.
They look scary.
Researchers say the collapses have accelerated since the early 2000s, putting farms, livestock, and entire rural communities at risk. And with reservoirs falling to their lowest levels in 15 years, experts warn the ground beneath Konya may continue to give way. Nearly 700 sinkholes are tearing open Turkey's farmland.
I just thought that was super interesting. Turkey's an interesting place too. I'm probably going to mess this word up. Derinkuyu, I think is how you say it. And it's this intricate cave system that they've had that people speculate, entertainment theory purposes only, that during the resets that the earth has experienced, they went in there for hiding and to live. And some of them are like airtight but have breathing, like to bring in fresh air. It's really interesting. I just wonder, are the sinkholes a part of that? I'm just thinking outside the box, like, who knows? Who knows? Is this something that is due to the pole shift and the tectonic plates moving? Like, this is just crazy. All right, let's keep it going. Look at this. This is India. And they got sinkhole problems. But I feel like this sinkhole just needed that car. Like, gotcha. You come out and you're like, it's completely gone. Look how fast that happened. I think about, what if somebody was in there? Could you get out in time? Bro. Like, is that the crust giving way? Is that poor plumbing? What is happening? Is that due to the floods and the weather that we've been experiencing? Sinkholes, bears, stuff like that, they freak me out. There's nothing you can do. All right, let's go.
They're taking away a little bit of our freedom, and that sucks.
This is Richard Rawlings. This is the mechanic from, like, I think it was on Discovery or History or something. Gas Monkey, I think, is the name of it. But what he is talking about, I've been meaning to kind of bring this information out because I was watching a woman who had just purchased a brand new like Toyota, or maybe it was a Lexus, and it had things like heated seats and backup cameras, of course, as many do, all these other features. And she paid for the car outright, but these features don't work unless you pay a subscription. The subscription stuff is driving me insane. I know it's a great money-making model for the companies that do it, but come on, man. It's more of that Marriott puppet strings control you. You want your seat heated? $12.99 a month. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Watch. Dude, this is crazy.
Welcome to another edition of What the News. The OEMs have made cars now so computerized and programmable that they're literally almost taking control of something that should be yours. You go to the car dealership my whole life, you buy a car, it's yours. Well, now the OEMs, and we're talking about the big ones, Ford and Dodge and General Motors and Audi and Volkswagen and whoever you can name, everybody that makes cars, right? Basically what I'm trying to say is your new cars are coming with heated seats. They're coming with remote start. They're coming with all these bells and whistles. They're just turned off. So if you want them turned on, or you want to order them that way, you have to pay a little extra and pay a little more. And some of them, they're making it an app that you're gonna have to pay for monthly. And it's your car. You own it. You should be able to do anything you want to with it. And that is quickly changing, and that should scare the shit out of you. Imagine in a few years, you can't make your payment or you're a little bit behind. They lock you out of the car, and after a couple of days, you didn't make the payment, the car drives away. What the news today is all about what the OEMs are doing, and they're taking away a little bit of our freedom. And
taking away freedoms, yes, but so many other things. If you didn't know, because I always forget this for some reason, OEM, original equipment manufacturer, because they ask me that sometime at the parts store, and I'm like, what does that mean again? Oh, yeah. I do want that. Okay. Entertainment, I'm just talking. Theories. The digital ID, the biometric scans everywhere, the face reading, the constant surveillance, and now there's no control over your vehicle technically, and this is something that you used your money to pay for. Something has to change. I don't know how else to. Yeah. And this is becoming like all new cars are becoming fitted with these things. All the new technology. It's crazy. Upsetting as well. Okay, let's go.
Someone with just your phone number can now track when you're home, when you're asleep, and when you leave for work. A free tool went public on GitHub that turns WhatsApp and Signal into a tracking device. Here's how it works. The attacker sends invisible reactions to messages that don't exist. Your phone responds automatically. There's no notification, pop-up, nothing's visible. There is one sign: your battery will start draining 15 to 18% an hour while it's idle. By measuring how fast your phone responds, they can tell if your screen is on, if you're on Wi-Fi or mobile data, and if you're moving. Over time, they can build a profile, like when you're home, when you're asleep, when you're out. The researchers reported this to Meta 14 months ago and heard back. Signal never responded at all. As of today, it's still exploitable, and there's almost nothing you can do about it. Someone with just your phone number can now track when you're home, when you're asleep, and when you leave for work. A free
Look, that is scary, okay? That's got so many implied avenues of, oh shit. Especially if someone is trying to time when you're not home, or when you are, or your children, or your wife, or, what are we doing? The very first comment on this is there's nothing we can do about it. And he's kind of showing a clip of him being unable to uninstall these things once they're in his phone. Man, oh man. Yeah. It's like you gotta have it, but it's also like a handcuff, a tracker, a camera, a microphone, always on us, always surveilling us. But if you want to operate in the world, you know, it is crazy. That's the government calling me right now. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I shouldn't play like that. Okay, here we go.
Y'all seen this right here yet? I know y'all hadn't, because I took it. This is the plane glitch of all.
All right, there's a bunch of these clips out there, and I feel like it's been explained. But let me just tell you, I live right, like within 5 minutes of an international airport. Sometimes I step outside my door and I can smell the exhaust from the planes. I know that's completely unhealthy, but it's where I gotta live. But once or twice a week, maybe more, I see this. My wife and kids see this, and we always go, look, it's happening again. And it's this, watch.
All glitches. That plane is not moving. That is not moving, period. You can't
People
tell
go,
me it is because it ain't. Keep watching.
It's
Just
because
keep watching.
you're
Look.
moving.
It's not moving.
Or they've caught
Y'all are
an
like,
air
oh,
pocket.
it's moving, it's moving. No, it's not moving. I can already hear y'all now. Look, that plane is literally frozen in the sky, everyone. Frozen in the sky. Not moving. Not moving. This was on the way to Busey's, not Bucky's, by the way.
Still not moving.
Yep, definitely not moving.
That's why I'm still letting this clip
Not
roll.
moving. Y'all can't prove it.
It's still in that weird upright banked kind of little... That's not AI. I see it almost every day. I'm telling you.
If you watch the whole video, the password is Joe. Y'all seen this right here?
Okay. I'm going to tell the story. And I want to make this quick because we're at like almost 45 minutes. This was probably a year and a half ago. We've been here 2 years-ish. And we were, you know, getting used to the whole lifestyle here and the new apartment and moving and whatnot. Getting used to hearing planes constantly. Because when you're not used to hearing it and they're really close, it sounds like they're crashing. Because sometimes it's a real high-pitched with a rumble. You know. Well, one day, I believe my wife was at her desk and I'm in the kitchen and I heard a rumbling noise. And I was like, okay, that's a plane. That's a plane. But it was weird because it was kind of shaking the apartment. And they do that sometimes depending on how close they are, how big the plane is, whatnot. Because sometimes they're way lower for a landing. I don't know the reason. Who knows? Put it in the comments. But this rumbling, shaking thing went on for an extended amount of time. And I was like, that's weird that we are still hearing it. A few more minutes went by. And still, as if it was idling. Like it didn't sound like a helicopter. It was definitely a plane. And it felt like it was directly over our apartment. And so I was like, I need to go outside and just see. And so I opened the door, looked up, and the moment I looked up, I saw a plane at a standstill. I'm not kidding. Wings, everything, the whole plane at a standstill, making that huge rumbling noise. And the moment I got outside, this is going to sound crazy. The moment I got outside and looked at it, it went and then took off. And then all the rumbling stopped. But I swear, it was like 5 minutes as if it was frozen over my apartment and shaking my apartment. Yeah. No kidding, and I have witnesses, okay? I wish I would have recorded it because I didn't know that was what happening at the time, so I didn't record it. But that's it, y'all. We did it. Oh, man, I didn't think I was going to get through that first part because it's been weighing on me heavy. Weighing on me heavy, man. You know, I love Australia, and I talked about it affecting me because I feel some kind of way. And I also think maybe because I'm getting older and I'm getting so sick and tired of the system of things and all the horrible shit that keeps unfolding. And it's starting to You know what I mean? It's hard for me to watch like real actiony murder stuff on television. If there's too much, maybe I'm getting soft. I don't know. But damn, I am so sorry for everyone that was there and that it affected. And damn. And I'm sure we'll get more stories unfolding of this, that, the other. Keep your wits about you. Keep your head on a swivel out there these days. Because there's been talk of sleeper cells and big plans coming. Yeah. All right. Dick's gonna dip. I will see y'all on the flip. I'm gonna try to make my energy better and more positive for the next video. I love you. I love you. Thank you so very much. And like I said to my subscribers from the down under, hit me up. Just let me know you're good to go. Because I legit started worrying. Crazy. All right, I'm going to play some music, get us out of here. Man. Thank you for this too. Not just for watching and whatnot, but let me get that off my chest. Thank you. Thank you very much. For real. All right. Let's exit with my my normal song. I wasn't feeling super cheery in the beginning, so I didn't want to, I don't know. I was trying to be respectful and whatnot. Take your day, everybody. Some of the horrible stuff that unfolds around us, the energies, the negative people, the way the power structure has made us, more difficult to unite because they give us all this shit to argue about. I say this every time, but I really feel like, and I always do, share your love. Spread your knowledge, and you will take your day. Take your day. Take your day. Man. All right. Thank you. Here we go. I might put up a video tomorrow, maybe the next day. I got some things going on. But thank you so much again, everyone. Thank you.
Enter into